Good evening and welcome to Football Friday Night. Now riding alongside Tyler Segerman, I'm still Jason Geiser, and we begin tonight with a pair of MAC teams that have built quite a bit of history over just the last couple of seasons.
Right, well, if last season is any indicator, Marion Local and New Bremen could very quickly become one of the matchups we circle on the MAC calendar each year. Twice did their games come down to one possession in 2020. Of course, the last meeting, as you know, Jason, ended in an upset with New Bremen, taking down #1 seeded Flyers, helping the Cardinals win their first state title. Let's get to the highlights. Marion Local and New Bremen, our Football Friday Night Spotlight game.
This Football Friday Night Spotlight game is brought to you by CCR Realtors. Our team works for you.
The Flyers, the only unbeaten team left in the MAC, taking their perfect 7-0 record into Cardinal Stadium tonight. Opening drive of the game, the Flyers signal caller doing what he does best. Peyton Audie with the QB keeper making a man miss before tumbling into the end zone. Marion Local caps their opening drive to go up 7-0. Same score in the second quarter, and they stick with their ground game. This time, Darren Meyer powering through for 6. Flyers making a statement early, now up 14. New Bremen in much need of an answer, and they get it. David Holman finds Nick Alleg over the middle, and there he goes. The senior sprinting away from everybody as he turns loose, looking for a house call, and he'll get it 90 yards to pay dirt as the Cardinals cut the lead in half, now a 14-7 ball game. But Marion Local wasted no time to strike back. On the very next possession, Dylan Fleck finds the goal line. Marion Local in a thriller stays unbeaten as they win tonight 41-33. The opponent for Marion Local next week is Coldwater, and the Cows bounce back from their first loss of the season last week, shutting out Minster 42-0. St. Henry continuing their winning ways, beating Anna tonight 26-7, and Versailles improves to 7-1 on the year following a 45-14 victory over St. John's. Also, weather playing a factor in Fort Recovery tonight. That game still being played with the Indians leading 28-0.
In the Western Buckeye League, 3 straight wins have Wapakoneta tied atop the standings. The Redskins tonight visit a Bath team that sits just 1 game off the pace, but that hasn't beaten Wapak since 2009. It's the Wildcat defense setting the tone. Opening drive, Ty Seibert chases down the ball carrier for a loss. Bath would force Wapak to punt, and the offense is also on point early. Ian Armentrout sprints out to his right, has a man downfield. Griffin Mikesell lets the defender slide past and takes it the final 12 yards. The home team's on the scoreboard first, up 7-0. There's more from the defense, too. They've got the Redskins quarterback in trouble. Lucas Pritchard gets home for the sack. Bath dominates the opening quarter. Wapak, though, gets their offense on track in the second. Braden Goulet over the middle to Caleb Walter for 13 yards. That's a Redskins first down. And then it's Goulet on the quarterback keeper. He takes it right up the middle, and at the end lunges for a little extra. It's a 17-yard pickup, again moving the chains. All chunk plays for the Skins on this drive. Jace Mullen outside, looking end zone, settling for a 12-yard gain before getting pushed out. It's first and goal from the 1, and it only takes Goulet 1 try to get in. Wapakoneta wins an absolute thriller, 28-21 in overtime. Following a 4-0 start to the season, Shawnee has suffered 3 straight setbacks. It doesn't get any easier for the Indians tonight with a trip to Ottawa-Glandorf. The Titans are still harboring thoughts of a WBL title. Second quarter, Shawnee driving down the field. Tyler Window to Keaton Cooper. The big completion gets the Tribe inside the 5, and on the very next play, the give is to Tommy Spiker to his left, slipping past defenders and in. Shawnee takes a 7-0 lead. Third quarter, the Titans get their offense going. Ian Fenbert up the middle. It takes the majority of the Indians' defense to finally bring him down. OG can't find the end zone, though, on that drive, but they do on this one. Griffin Beckett takes the snap, and the Wildcat slides through tacklers down to the 1, and on the next play, Fenbert bursts through the line and is able to break the plane. Ottawa-Glandorf rallies to win 9-7.
St. Mary's in action at home tonight, looking to keep pace with the top of the Western Buckeye League. Rough Riders just a game behind Van Wert and aforementioned Wapakoneta. They welcomed Elida to town. St. Mary's ahead 28-7 in the third quarter. Aiden Hinkle getting the ball up the middle as he muscles ahead for a first down. Next play, Rough Riders getting tricky, and Braden Himmelgarn with a huge hole. He'll walk in for a 15-yard score. Lead grows to 35-7. So Elida now on offense and trying to get back in it, but Himmelgarn showing up on defense as well, breaking up that pass to help force a punt. Rain continuing to come down, and the Bulldogs not giving up. David Etzkorn filling the hole to stop that run for Elida, but too much St. Mary's tonight. Keegan Sharp getting his number called. Initially stood up by multiple defenders, yet somehow he escapes all this chaos and scores free for a touchdown, saying hello to the student section. Rough Riders win big 42-7. In other Western Buckeye League action, Van Wert keeps pace with Wapakoneta. They put up 63 against Kenton to remain tied for first in the WBL, while Defiance grabs a win tonight over Salina 28-19.
In the Three Rivers Athletic Conference, Lima Senior tries to rebound from back-to-back losses to the league's co-leaders. The Spartans tonight face another tough task, tangling with 6-1 Fremont Ross. In all three of these games, they've dug deep holes before showing life. Second quarter, Aiden Howard escapes the collapsing pocket and scampers for 10 yards across midfield. That's a Lima first down, but they trail by 30, and this drive would stall. When Fremont gets the ball back, Andre Tibbs bursts into their backfield and is not fooled on the read option. He drags down the ball carrier for no gain. It's a 44-7 game when the Spartans offense gives us something spectacular. Howard to Xavion Garner, 76 yards to the end zone. A much needed big play makes it a 30-point game again. Then the defense gets back in on the highlight. Cam Smith spins off his man and throws the Fremont running back to the turf. Again, the Spartans stop the Little Giants in their tracks, so the offense comes back out, and Howard gets away from one attacking defender and drops it off to Brian Hines for a 16-yard pickup, but it's too little too late. Spartans lose this one 54-21. Following a 2-3 first half of the season, Findlay has righted the ship. The Trojans ride back-to-back victories into Oregon tonight, trying to hand Clay a 10th straight conference loss, and that Trojans defense was ready to go from the jump. Ashton Yeager in the backfield in a hurry. Findlay forces a punt, and then the offense gets going. Ryan Montgomery looking deep. He's got Terrion Ross open down the sideline. The big play results in a Findlay first down, and it doesn't take long for them to finish the drive. Hand it to Isaac James from 3 yards out. He punches his way in, and Findlay wins 51-25.
We need to take our first break here on Football Friday Night, but when we come back, we had lightning delays in the BVC and Northwest Conference, but there are still highlights to be seen. Stay tuned.
Football Friday Night is brought to you by Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's, where we'll fix the problem the first time, not cause more.
Welcome back to Football Friday Night. The race for a Blanchard Valley Conference Championship is still up in the air. Macomb ahead of the pack at 5-0 in the conference play. But these two teams behind me, Liberty Benton and Pandora Gilboa, are right on their tail, just a game behind. Now, unfortunately, they were never able to get their game started tonight in Pandora thanks to lightning. Instead, they'll play tomorrow night at 7. Now, Mother Nature didn't stop playing Macomb. However, the Panthers all over Corey Rawson tonight, 53-7 to remain unbeaten in BVC play. Riverdale beating Arlington. We don't have scores there yet. We'll get those scores there for you later tonight as well. Jason, I'll let you handle the Northwest Conference there.
In the NWC this evening, lightning a problem here as well, but they did get the games going. Columbus Grove has their sights set on a 4th straight league title. The undefeated Bulldogs are at Ada. For Grove, Brenton Renner flips it to Trenton Barraza, and Barraza's going to pick up some yardage before he's finally taken out at the 35-yard line. Grove, though, has that offense click, and they're in control here. Renner handing off to Zach Reynolds, and he takes it straight up into the end zone for the touchdown. This one's all Grove, 49-0 at that point. You know what? Ada keeps fighting. Caden Phipps struggling to find somebody. He's trying to make a play happen, but this time it ends in disaster. Barraza snags it, and he's got green grass once he slips out of a tackle all the way the other way for a defensive touchdown. It's 56-0 Bulldogs, and you know what? I said Ada was going to keep fighting, and they do. This time, Phipps hits Levi Sousley into the end zone for Ada. That's a little bit of something. Grove, though, wins this one 58-7. Allen East is waiting for Grove to slip up so the Mustangs can get back in the NWC title hunt. They'll also need to take care of their own business, which tonight means a matchup with a Bluffton team that's lost 3 of their last 4. Here the Bluffton pass is complete, but the receiver is swarmed, and Bryce Avery pushes him way back for the loss. The Mustangs offense didn't lose many yards tonight. Jacob Hirschberger rolling, hitting Garrett Newland on the sideline. He chews up some yardage and moves the sticks for the home team, and now it's Hirschberger keeping it for himself, pushing through the pile into the end zone. That gives the Mustangs a 14-0 lead, and Hirschberger's just getting started. Here he keeps it again, and that spells trouble for the Pirates defense. The Mustangs QB with a nice gain, and that is the theme of the night. Hirschberger this time picking through the D once more and sniffing out the end zone. He gets to the outside and past the pylon. Allen East wins it 35-0. Staying with the NWC, Lipsick defeats Jefferson this evening 41-21, and Spencerville goes to Convoy and wins a nail-biter 29-28 over Crestview.
We need to take our second and final break here on Football Friday Night. When we come back, the top 2 teams in the NWCC take their home fields, plus it's a rivalry night in the NWOAL. Stick around.
Football Friday Night is brought to you by Union Bank. Now with everyday rewards checking, with free online banking and bill pay, refunds on ATM charges, and more.
Welcome back. What a difference a year makes. Upper Scioto Valley last fall finished below 500 for the 4th straight season. Tonight's opponent from Ridgedale suffered through a winless campaign in their first year as a Northwest Central Conference member, one that started with a 3-touchdown loss at USV. Talk about a turnaround. This fall, USV is 6-1, unbeaten in league games, and riding a 6-game win streak that's guaranteed them a winning record. Ridgedale's a respectable 3-3 as they make the trip back to McGuffey tonight. Third quarter, Jackson roars, making it look easy as he is known to do. Sprinting past the defense and taking it into the end zone. The touchdown run pushes Upper out to a 38-0 lead, and the Rams aren't done. Here, the pass is complete to Jerson Hernandez. The Roundhead Alger McGuffey offense is on a roll, and they cap another drive. The give is to Jake Bushong, and the senior lineman bowls his way in for 6. USV wins 46-0. Waynesfield Goshen's only loss this fall came at the hands of USV 3 weeks ago. The Tigers seek a season-best 4-game win streak tonight, hosting defending league champ Perry, who needs a victory to get back to 500. Commodores trying the friendly skies here, but instead they're hostile. The ball's picked off by the Tigers, and that keeps the home team within striking distance, down just 7-0, but Perry does pad their lead. Ryan Yanks keeping and into the end zone. Perry wins on the road, 32-6. In other conference action, Hardin Northern leading Crestline 20-0 in the second half. That game's delayed due to weather, and Elgin beats Ridgemont 56-24.
In Liberty Center, a huge showdown in the NWOAL. 2 second-place teams fighting for separation, not to mention Patrick Henry and Liberty Center are arch rivals. Right out of the gate, Patriots QB Nash Nair throws a short pass to Brock Bayman, who shoves off 3 tackles after the catch and takes it up the sideline. Bayman turns the short pass into a huge gain and a Patrick Henry touchdown. Liberty Center on the attack now. They hand it off to Matthew Orr, who weaves his way through the defense and cruises in for 6. Liberty Center wins this one 28-14. More scores from around the area in the Green Meadows Conference. Wayne Trace defeats Ayersville 28-6, while Antwerp rolls Paulding 39-14. Non-conference play, LCC has now won 7 straight. They beat Licking Valley 37-20. And in Fort Loramie, Sydney playing against an in-county opponent for the first time. This game is still going on with the Redskins leading 24-14 in the third.
Yeah, if you're going to make history, make it last a while, right? In the Three Rivers Conference tonight, Riverside is all over Miami East 41-7, while Lehman Catholic pulls the upset on the road, beating Covington 26-13. Central Buckeye Conference, Mad River Division, Indian Lake gets a win in front of the home fans, 49-15 over Northwestern. Benjamin Logan, same can be said about them, 41-21 winners over Urbana. In the Kenton Trail Division, Bell Fountain falls on the road, losing at Jonathan Alder by a final score of 42-7. And that's how we wrap up Week 8 here on Football Friday Night. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks to everyone here who helps us put this show on the air every week, especially on hectic nights like tonight with games delayed by thunder and lightning.
All right, Jason, and you can join me back here tomorrow when we step up to the college level with action from both Findlay and Ohio State. We'll also have girls tennis sectional highlights and much more. Until then, have a great night.